Hello, my name is Jamie, aka JamieFinn1415, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unlike other content creators, this channel I think is quite an original idea. We're looking at only shadow Pokemon taking on the GBL. I am hoping to be the first player globally to reach Legend only using shadows. I did attempt this in Season 7 and unfortunately only made 28-17. These first few videos, this is actually video number 3. I am going to be recapping some of these battles from Season 7, and this is the Master League battles. So for the Open Master League, or I say Open Master League Classic, but obviously including Legendaries as there was no Premier this season, we were using a team of Shadow Dragonite using Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw and Hurricane. We were using Shadow Machamp with Counter, Cross Chop and Rockslide. And we were yet again utilising that big boy Shadow Snorlax. It was running Lick, Body Power, Body Slam and Super Power. And you will notice in these videos it was equipped as my best buddy because you need a 13 defense to reach a bulk point versus Dialga for Dragon Breath. Unfortunately, my Snorlax is 15 at 12, 15, you need a 13 for that bulk point, so I have to equip it as my best buddy to reach this. And now without any further ado, let's get into the battles. Right, so in this first battle, we got a Machamp into Mewtwo, which is absolutely terrible. So we're going to look to instant swap into our safe swap Snorlax. They are actually staying in. They're firing after 5, so it's only a side strike. We're going to let it go through. See what they come in with. They'll come in with a Snorlax of their own. So we're going to fire off this superpower. Should do a nice chunk. We have gone for the superpowers. They're not going to be able to lick us down. We're not actually going to fire the Body Slam, as we want to get some farm with our Machamp to at least threaten the Mewtwo that's coming back in. So we're going to wait out our switch timer. We're probably going to have to eat one move, which is fine. It's probably only going to be a Body Slam. We're going to no shield this and commit to the fast move farm down. So we've got a nice bit of energy on our Machamp. We are looking to instant swap into our Dragonite and we'll see what they've got in the back. Yet again, the opponent is staying in. As you can see, this Dragon Breath is absolutely shredding this Mewtwo. We've got 2 shields. We're going to start shielding these up. The fact they have stayed in and the fact they're weakened at the Snorlax, they've most likely got a Giratina Origin in the back. So we're going to get off this Dragon Claw. The opponent's shield, it is a Giratina in the back. Shield this up, commit to the farm down and puts us in a real good spot. And as you can see, the opponent backs out into the next battle. We got Machamp yet again into Mewtwo. So as you see in the first battle, we're going to instant swap into our safe swap. This opponent actually switches out. They switch out into Palkia. Palkia is not really great as a Dragon Breath really does start to chunk. This is only an Aqua Tail though, so we're going to let it go through. We're going to start trying to spam out these Body Slams. First Body Slam coming through. See if the opponent shields. They do shield. We'll get off another Body Slam. Probably should have went for the superpower here, but a nice bit of chip damage. And they actually commit to the farm down. We're going to bring back in our Machamp. We're going to have to eat an Aqua Tail. They don't have the energy for a Draco. Definitely don't have the energy. They're thrown instantaneously. We're going to eat this and again look to get ahead on energy with the Machamp to at least threaten the Mewtwo when it comes back in. As you can see, we're spamming the swap. We're up in shields. Let's see what they've got in the back. Mewtwo actually froze his energy, so we're going to have to shield as the Shadow Dragonite is real squishy. One side strike does about 80%. And they've actually got an Excadrill in the back, which isn't great. One Rockslide doesn't actually KO, so we're going to have to try and get this low. And look to counter down. And see if we can Rockslide this Mewtwo. This Dragon Claw, even though resisted from the shadow, does hurt quite a lot, as you can see. Looks like the opponent's committing to a farm down, which is not the play, as we actually get to yet another Dragon Claw. Although we are shadow, we still double resist these mod shots. We instantaneously swap, which is going to get off this Rock Slide, which I don't think will be enough. However, we've still got a shield. So the opponent is going to have to get to 2 side strikes. They're super low, and the 1-turn Dragon Breath takes the win. GG's to the opponent. Moving on to the next battle. We finally pick up a positive lead, so we've got Machamp into Melmetal.
They actually say swap into Dialga. As you can see, they're double weak to Machamp. So we're going to get off this cross chop. If it goes unshielded, do huge damage, which it does. We're going to look to go into our Snorlax and look to lick down. We actually lick down before they make a move, which puts us in a great spot. Back in comes Melmetal. We're going to look to get to the back-to-back superpower. I don't expect the opponent to shield, they know we've got the Machamp. So his first one comes through. We're not going to debuff ourselves again, so we're actually going to go for this body slam. We'll see if the opponent wants to shield. We do grab the shield. The opponent is going to have to go for superpowers to take us out, as rockslide would not do the job. Bit of a mistake there for myself, as didn't wait out my switch timer, so I am going to have to shield this up. We're in a bit of a tricky spot, as Altered Giratina has a better matchup than Origin, as it can get to these Dragon Claws quite quickly. But as you can see, our Dragon Breath's doing a lot more than our Shadow Claw. So we're in a one shield apiece. I'm going to let this first one come through. Look to get to this next Dragon Claw. However, the opponent outpaces us. I'm going to let this go, and we're going to hope our Shadow Machamp can close out this game. So rockslide coming through. Unfortunately isn't enough. So I have to shield this up, and I'm expecting the opponent to look to swap. The Melmetal's got a little bit of residual energy, so we're going to get off this cross chop as soon as possible, which will be enough to take out the Melmetal. And in comes Giratina to get countered down. GG's to the opponent. Moving on to this next battle, we've got another terrible lead. Giratina Origin. As you can see, we're going to look to build up to 7 and catch on the Snorlax, which we do here. Hopefully we've caught a Shadow Ball. They actually bait with Ominous Wind, but either way it's fine. We just got to remember for later that Giratina still has 2 Shadow Claws worth of energy. In comes Melmetal. What I like to do is, I like to let the opponent throw first. If they throw a rock slide, that is a misplay. Here they're going to have the superpower to take us out. We're loading on energy, but it doesn't really matter to me, as I'm not going to shield. As you see, the lower the defense, now the play is going to be to bring the Machamp in and completely commit to the counter down. Right here, this is what I like to call fake it till you make it. We know the Giratina is going to come back in. As Machamp had that Community Day move of payback, I think they're going to have to respect the fact that we've got payback. We're now at 100 energy. I'm spamming the Dragonite, but if we have to line back up the Giratina and Machamp later, they're going to have to respect the fact that payback will pretty much one-shot them. Back to this matchup, Dragonite into Snorlax. Shadow Dragonite's got a pretty good matchup with Snorlax. As you can see, this Dragon Breath's absolutely chunking. We are going to start shielding up these moves. We've got 2 shields. The Snorlax hasn't shielded at this stage, but if they want to keep it alive, they're going to have to shield this move, which puts us in a 1 shield apiece. They do use their first shield. They're going to get to another body slam here. We're going to shield this up, commit to the farm down. The opponent's going to be in a real tricky spot. They're either going to have to shield this Dragon Claw, which will put them in a real rough spot, as they are potentially going to get payback. Not that we're running it. We're going to instantly swap, and these 2 rock stars will be enough. One's going to get the shield and one's going to take them out. As you can see, the opponent was scared of the payback, which we're not actually running, but back-to-back rock slides does get the job done. GG's to the opponent. Another terrible lead. Mewtwo, we're going to instantly swap. And the opponent actually swaps this time. They brought in a Mamoswine. Mamoswine is not a great answer for Snorlax. As you can see, his avalanches do a lot of damage, but the Mamoswine is going to have to respect the superpower, which will pretty much one-shot it. We're actually going for a bait here to see if the opponent wants to give up a shield. Successfully land the bait, which is great. This superpower should be pretty much enough to one-shot, as we're not debuffed. Let's see if the opponent wants to commit a second shield. They don't. One more lick should take them out. We're put in a real good spot. We've not only 1 switch, we're up shield, so we've now flipped that first match. We're going to bring in Machamp. Switch timer is up. They don't swap. We're going to get this cross chop off. I'm looking for them to swap out, which they don't, but we're now going to bring in our Dragonite. 2 shields to the 1 shield. We can pretty much just Dragon Breath down, and this is going to be a GG. Shield up this first move, over farm, and as you can see, The opponent's real low. They're going to have to get to another 2 moves, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. CMP tie, we're going to shield this up, get the Dragon Claw and take the win. As you can see, Shadow Dragonite functions really well as a closer. As long as we avoid them steel types, you can pretty much shred for everything. Into this next battle, we've got Machamp into another Giratina origin. So as you can see, like the last battle, we're going to look to catch on 7. They actually throw before 7, so I know there's an ominous wind. It does hurt. We're not going to shield. I can't actually continue to build up as my Machamp will get too low, and then we're met with a Dialga. Like I said at the start of the video, the fact that we have got it equipped as our best buddy, these Dragon Breaths aren't actually doing too much. You can see the Lick's almost keeping pace with it. We're going to let this first move come through and look to get off the back-to-back superpowers. Let's see if they want to shield this first one up. They do. Second one's going to get them quite low. We're going to take shield advantage and hope that Dragonite can close out this game. So we're going to come and look to counter down with Machamp. Hopefully counter down before they get to a move, which we do. Expecting the Mewtwo to come back, which it does. They instantly swap into Rhyperior, and this is pretty much a GG. This Rhyperior is actually running Mud Slap, as most of them do run Mud Slap for that Dialga. We are going to shield this move up. It's most likely a Surf, but we've got 2 shields, so we're not going to try and flex here. Shield up the Surf. 1 more Dragon Claw. We're going to undercharge it to hopefully get a bit more Dragon Breath damage in, which we get. 1 Dragon Breath. And the opponent backs out. GG's. On to this next match. Let's hope we get a better lead. Machamp into Melmetal. We love to see it. The Melmetal is actually staying in, which probably means they're running double steel. Superpower hurts, but we're not going to shield it. And in comes that Giratina. And we're going to bring in Snorlax. You love to see it, but this is an absolutely terrible match, as they can do nothing to us. And we actually can't hit them with any decent charge moves, so we're just going to be licking away, licking away. There's no point really going over 100 energy, so we do chip it with a resisted body slam. The opponent goes for a Shadow Ball. I think the correct play here is to go for the Ominous Wind, as at least if they get the boost, they have a chance of trying to flip this match. So we're going to still not shield. There's absolutely nothing. If they are running Dragon Pulse, it would hurt, but I haven't seen one yet. In comes Melmetal. All that lick damage has given us loads of energy, so we're going to hit them with a superpower. They don't shield, so we're now going to go for the body slam. I expect yet again they won't shield, as this Melmetal's dead weight against our loaded Machamp. So Snorlax putting in work. They bring in Dialga, and yet again we're going to get to another superpower. This superpower is still going to hurt. As you can see, it does about 50% even after it's debuffed. Machamp's going to get off the cross chop, so farming up earlier has saved energy. We're going to come in with a cross chop. Does get the shield. We're going to come in here. Usually a terrible matchup, but they're so low. We're going to commit to the Dragon Breath down. As you can see, the Dragon Breath from Dag was really chunking us, but we've got more than enough HP to survive. And this Giratina Origin's got nothing to do in the back. GG's to the opponent. As you can see, we switched up our lead, and yet again it's been a bad lead. So we're going to instantly swap from Dragonite into our safe swap Snorlax. Opponent's building up a lot of energy. They're going to go for the back-to-back superpower. So what we're going to do is we're going to shield this first one up. It's going to do the most damage. We're going to look to CMP tie him on the second one with a body slam. We don't want to debuff ourselves, but when they are 2-stage debuffed, they're likely to shield. So as you can see, we get off this body slam. I expect to see a shield, as the opponent's not going to want to get one shot by a superpower. They're going to have to respect it, and we're met with a Mewtwo. We're going to have to shield this up if we want to get the body slam off. Body slam coming through. Does a nice chunk to Mewtwo. Snorlax actually beats Mewtwo in the 1 and the 2 shield. We're going to outrace him to this next body slam. The opponent's going to have to shield if we want to keep it alive, and it's actually a delayed CMP, which is great for us as they've got no residual energy. We're going going to wait out a switch timer and look to Dragon Breath them down before they get to a move. And they swap back into that Melmetal. So what we're going to have to do here, we're going to have to commit to the fast move down, as we're not going to want that Mewtwo to come back in and farm us down. Unfortunately, we are going to get taken out, but that's fine. We're going to rely on our Dragonite to close this game out. We didn't want the Mewtwo to come in and fast move us down or get to a move and threaten our Dragonite. So let's see what they've got in the back. And it's a Giratina Origin, so we are in a good spot. We're just going to have to be careful of the sacrificial swap, which I imagine will come at some stage. Here it is, so we're going to hold our energy. We know they're not going to make a move. We're going to fast move that down and Dragon Claw this Origin for the win. GG's to the opponent. So as you can see there, we kind of hard read the team comp. We expected to see an Origin in the back. Hence let our Machamp go down. Yet again, another terrible lead. Switch into our Snorlax. They're at the back-to-back, so we're going to have to shield this first one up. We're going to look to CMP time on the second one. We actually don't. We're going to let this go through. As you can see, we didn't get the move, but they brought in a Mewtwo. We're loaded on energy, so this isn't a bad matchup for us. We're going to get off these body slams. We get one shield. This next one's going to go through, probably do about 40%. They are in the yellow. There's no point committing to this Snorlax, as we are going to get outpaced to the next move. We're in a real tricky spot here. We have to bring the Dragonite in, but they are plenty healthy enough to get to a move. I'm actually going to no shield here. I'm hard reading that this is going to be a Mewtwo double steel line, as we've seen that a lot. Let's see what they bring in. You can see me spamming Machamp. There's the Melmetal. Melmetal staying in, so I believe our hard read's correct. I'm expecting to see a Dialga in the back. They've shielded, which definitely suggests it is the Mewtwo double steel line. This superpower is gonna... Oh, they've actually baited us, which isn't great. Well played to the opponent. However, the superpower is not going to take us out. And we've got enough health to get to this cross chop on Dialga, which is going to do massive damage. We've got a Dragon Claw stored. So this Dragon Claw comes through, your visual glitch there. Dragon Claw coming through should be enough to take out this Dialga. Which isn't too often that you see a Dragonite take out Dialga. We're just going to Dragon Breath him down. GG's, close game there. Into this next battle. We're met with another Dialga lead. So as you can see, the Machamp wasn't picking up any steel leads. Switch to Dragonite. And all we get is steel. But it is what it is. We're going to keep going. We're actually met with a real spicy pick, Shadow Mewtwo. Snorlax safe swap. The Shadow variant should be better for us. As you can see, these licks are absolutely chunking. I'm going to get off this body slam. The opponent's not even baiting the Focus Blast. So unless they go to 8, we know we're not going to get Focus Blasted. However, the Shadow Side Shock's really going to hurt. We're going to trust in our best buddy Snorlax IVs that we can survive. We do survive. And we managed to flip switch with 1 HP and a dream. Big boy Snorlax coming in clutch again. As you can see, the Dialga, we're now going to put our Machamp on it. So that winning switch there was huge. And they actually have a Giratina Origin. So we're in a real good spot as Dragonite absolutely shreds this thing. Pretty much the only lose con here is Giratina getting the boost. Ah, there it is, the boost. You love to see it. We're going to get this Dragon Claw off. I expect them to commit to this boosted Giratina, which they do. But the Dragon Breath still really chunking even with the boost. We're going to let this go. A rock that should be in rockslide range. And we get the double boost. So the double boost, pretty much GG's. And now the Machamp's rockslide is going to do nothing. As you can see, I can't throw any more energy as I'm going to need a cross chop to threaten the Dialga, as we would lose CMP. So those were my battles from Season 7 in the Master League Classic. As you can see, some tough battles there. Would I recommend the team? Definitely not. Probably because Pokemon such as Machamp have a 4,000 stat product. They're going up against these big legendary monsters like Dialga, who's got a stat product of well over 7,000. So they're not really in the same league. But if you can get the correct alignment, you can actually pull some wins off. As you can see there, these battles are around the 2,700 range. So not too bad. So in the next one, we are actually going to be getting with something more relevant with recap Season 7.
But we're now in the Kanto part of the season, and this is actually going to be a core of Shadow Beedrill, Shadow Dragonair. This is a core I'd actually recommend, unlike some other videos where I think I'm just, trying to make the shadows work. I actually believe this core does work, and if you have access to the Pokemon, I would recommend it. So if you'd like to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button, you're going to be able to see this video coming out probably in the next 24 hours, and thank you for watching.